Oh, baby. Guys, welcome in. And good evening or afternoon, wherever you're tuning in from. Appreciate you hanging out with me for the next hour. College basketball. It's here. It's here. My Dodgers celebrating today in the parade. World Series champs. Back-to-back World Series champs. But very excited. Very pumped up for the next hour, guys. We have a lot of college basketball games starting in 30 minutes. So we are going to be looking for some plays there. We also have a lot of NBA games going on tonight. 9 by my count. So we're going to be hitting up some different player props, looking for a lot of player prop bets. And then we can't forget about good old football. We do have a Monday Night Football game tonight, Dallas, Arizona. It should be a decent one. And I put out a parlay earlier with Dak on the slip to not throw a pick. Shared that on X over there. Two-leg FanDuel parlay. So I want to take a look at that. But we're going to start off, as always, with some DFS. Arturo, what's going on? First one in. First in the chat. W's in the shot. In the shot. What's up, Irish? And always appreciate you guys tuning in and hanging out. So we'll focus right now on NBA. For any of the DFS apps, guys, I am not interested in playing collegiate player props. Just not my preference. You might find others that are willing to go into those waters, uncharted waters, in my opinion. But we are looking at some different plays on PrizePicks. So what do we have? Okay, I'm automatically interested in this 8 and play. I have to move quick, so I'm going to try to get this teed up and then share it with you guys ASAP. Right? All right. Boom. Points and rebounds. The over 27.5. I like this. Where's it at? So we're on some points and rebounds right now. Something that obviously FanDuel is pricing. And we're going to go with Sam Hauser 2 over 12.5. I don't want the 9.5. Looks like that bumped. Yeah, that one bumped. So we got to move quick. What else we have? Denny Advida. Under 5.5. Yeah. Okay. We don't mess around with this too often. Always difficult finding these. Some of these ones, because I don't bet first half points or first quarter points all that often. And it's just such a pain in the butt to try to find this. I know they offer it up here, but it's still just really difficult. Let's do a quick refresh, because we're running out of time on hitting these. Ayton's good. Thomas is good. SAR, can we hit up SAR instead? Yeah, and Cam Thomas just bumped. These first quarter point totals, I mean, it's insanity for me. I can't find them on PrizePicks. It's so bad because now we lost the Cam Thomas play. And the Jokic play, I don't really like this one. The under on the points combo. I can mess around with Advida under on his assist. That's fine. Under 5. What else we have? Cole Anthony under 4. All right, we're going to try this one out. Don't know how I feel about this. Let me share this slip with you guys. There we go. Whoa, everyone's popping in the chat now. Afternoon, MP. Saints. Evening to you. Irish. Yeah, Derek. New here. Just found you yesterday. Evening to you. 49ers faithful. What's going on, brother? Eric, Hitting Hope, Hippie. Yeah, a lot of guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. So obviously if you're new, like Deer, what's going on, man? Ben Shepherd under 11.5 price. Ben Shepherd under 11.5. If you guys are new, we normally start the streams off with DFS, PrizePicks, Underdog, Better, Parlay Play, Dabble. Where's this play at? Ben on his 11.5. Just got a lot of Reed Shepherd right now. Points and rebounds. Yeah, let me come back up here to the top. Yeah, they're not showing. It's crazy they're not showing it on the optimizer, which is no bueno. So I really like this play on 8, and the biggest reason why is because FanDuel's at 11.5 at minus 130. We can get this at 12.5 at a better price. So we literally get an extra rebound or assist on 8. And so this is why you want to play like this. This is why I like to use the OddsJam optimizer. In previous streams, I've used the DGFAI slip generator in the past, but I really like to thoroughly inspect the plays that I'm going through. And so that's why I'm a big fan of this one. Sharp Money Tool, Bryce. Gotcha. Well, we're on the Sharp Money Tool. So let me take a look at some player props. If we're going to look for PrizePicks, guys, various different tools we can use. There's a lot of different tools. And we can take a look at maybe Underdog. And let me make sure I got this all set up for today. We want to make sure we're looking at NBA, not college hoops. What do we got? This is Reed, and maybe a bump. No, here it is. Ben Shepherd. So, yeah, this looks interesting to me. The fact that someone has this for $900 and they want the minus, they want the over. They're offering this, so they really would prefer to have the minus 141. We can get it at minus 119 or even minus 122. This could be definitely something we want to go after with Ben Shepherd and his points and rebounds. They're even saying that obviously we could play this in a two-man slip if we desired, which is really, really good. So I appreciate you shouting that one out, Bryce. So the optimizer, guys, we can use the Sharp Money Tool. I'm all for that. So let's go over here. Sharp Money Tool, in my opinion, guys, might be a little bit better to go after just based off the fact that things might not bump nearly as fast. All right, so we'll grab that Shepherd play. What else can we look for here that maybe I can get myself interested in? Levine. Somebody wants this at minus 119 odds for $4,600, which is a boatload of cash. I'm looking to play a three-man slip, not so much a five-man, but I can still get interested in this play at minus 122. Again, not all these plays are going to be positive EV when we're going after the Sharp Money Tool. In terms of I'm willing to go after a range on this. So we want to bet this under 23.5 on Zachary, right? We got the Shepherd play. We got the Zach Levine play. How about PJ Washington on his PRA? Someone's got $2,400. They want the over. They want it at minus 120. Again, three-man slip, guys, no insurance, minus 122. Like, I'm okay with that. Don't beat yourself up if, you're getting this 2 cents off. So we'll go with PJ. Over 23.5 PRA. All right, I'll share this. These are all sharp money plays. Obviously, the Shepherd play, the game starts in like 50 minutes. So we want to move quick. But appreciate you guys tuning in. So we got a couple different PrizePicks slips there. There we go. Luka and Reeves out for the Lakers tripping. Appreciate that. Mookie, yeah, no worries about it, man. This is probably going to be one of the last times that I wear the hat. But the neat thing is, out here in Arizona, there's a lot of, it's a big melting pot. It's a tourist town. So I'm not too concerned, but I haven't gotten too much crap. I usually wear my Pirates hat all the time. Folks are pretty friendly. Norman Powell, under 25.5. This is going to be an underdog again, guys. I'm really more or less interested in playing three-man entries. We've just kind of shifted this a little bit, just going over to the Sharp Money Tool, which I'm totally fine. Like, Pinnacle's taking $500. Somebody wants $3,300. I can get in on that all day long. I like that. So let's hit this one up. We're looking at Norman. We want the under 25.5. And we're looking at what? This is PRA? Yeah, and it already bumped to 24.5. So that stinks. Let's go back to the top here. We talked about Levine. I'm not interested in playing Levine on two different slips. You can. Again, you're just kind of playing with fire. Because if he doesn't hit, then everything's kind of blown to bits. higher risk, high reward. Reed Shepard on his under 14.5 PRA. I can get down with that. Somebody wants this at minus 126. We can get it at minus 122. We already played PJ. George under on his PRA. Someone's got about $2,200 over here. They want it at minus 119. Again, playing this at minus 116, guys, is going to be a 6-man entry. Not really my jam. Make sure you grab the correct George here, guys. It's Kaishan over with the Wiz. All right, so we got him, and then who else we got? Laria under on his rebounds and assists tonight. Someone's got 2K. They won it at minus 126. I'm cool with this. I'm fine with Laria. No Luka, no. You could say, well, no Luka, no this, but I'm still fine with this, taking this under. All right, so we got all unders. No insurance, obviously, on this play. I'm going to share this slip with you guys. But hopefully you're having an awesome start to your Monday. We have so much to do. Aaron, what's going on? What to do? Also, later this week, guys, I have an exciting announcement. Really can't share too much, but an exciting announcement that I think some of you will be beneficial. Some of you might enjoy it, but it's something I've been working on, and it's going to be coming to fruition here, hopefully before Thursday, before the Thursday night football game. We're going to be being able to kind of announce what's going on, but I'm excited about that. Little announcement. All right, what else we got? Love, and by the way, guys, love it. Tripping, no problem about that. Dear, love to hear that, man. Excited to chat with you whenever you book the call. And be very excited just kind of hear your story, where you're at, what's going on. Let's go back over the optimizer. Let's take a look at better as we're going to kind of go through all the DFS platforms. If you haven't seen yours yet, trust me, I like to hit up the popular ones. So Dabble's coming, Bettor's coming, DraftKings Pick 6 is coming. It's all coming. So what I will say, like I mentioned, outside the announcement, like Deer, if you want to book a free one-on-one call with me, guys, I do offer coaching where you can talk to me for 30 minutes. We can kind of figure out where you live, what your risk tolerance is, see if there's a coaching, one of my programs is a fit for you. If Steve is in the chat here right now, Steve sent me an email the other day. Since the call, he's up $1,200, so he's doing very well, which is nice to hear. And we kind of talk about it all. We can talk about P2 accounts. We can talk about multi-accounting. We can talk about live ARBs, live EV, any and everything that can help get you on the right track. Now that college basketball is here, this is officially the best time of the sports betting calendar. This is it. We are in the window. College football and the NFL is still going on. College basketball, NBA, and NHL. And then obviously soccer. We got EPL. We got a lot of good stuff. We are here at the best time of the year. It's not even close. This is like when I'm in June, I'm dying for this day to come, and it's finally here. All right, so I'm going to log into Better because I do like this Kawhi play. So if you guys like or want to get on this, I'd like Kawhi. DiVincenzo. Better's been sending me a lot of text messages recently, which is kind of a pain in the ass. I'm not going to lie. DiVincenzo over 3. I can get behind that. We have a little bit of insurance. I don't mind that. Let's look at the NBA. And we're grabbing... Do we got a free square on CD? Oh, yeah, we got a free square on CD, guys. His line's at 82.5. It's boosted, dropped to 68.5 on the over. So I'm going to take the CD Monday Night Football play. I like that. We're going to take Kawhi. Under on his PRA. Just PR. So, excuse me. Just under on his PR. Under 28.5. Okay. And then what else do we have? Looking for some pinnacle odds. McDavid under 3. Okay. It's kind of it's the same kind of thing here. Minus 187 to get this under 3. Okay. If you don't want to take the McJesus play, then take DiVincenzo. So we'll take less than 3. No insurance on these as well, guys. I think it's a max $10 entry for me. All right. There we go. And then I'll share this with you guys right here. Share this entry. So here we go. Oh, Steve is on the call. What's going on, Steve? Appreciate it. I know he's a loyal listener. He's in quite a few of the streams, if not all of them. So appreciate that, Steve. So yeah, I'll share the link with you guys if you want to book the free 30-minute call. Because we can kind of get that set up. So you guys can talk to me, and always willing just to chat. Love talking sports. I'll talk about it all day long. Top Daily, what's going on, man? There it is. All right, and if we're looking at this, I want to just for a fun little, just to kind of get the things flowing here, guys. Because I made a bet earlier. We are looking at some NHL anytime goal scorers really quick. Matthew Nyes needs to be a +1 over above +191, and I don't really like anything here. Curious because I sent this parlay out. So we're gonna start a poll here. Start a little poll. I want to find out from you guys. I put on here earlier. I had Dak Prescott no INT. We'd love to hear from you guys. Do you think Dak's going to throw a pick tonight? I got him on my 2-pick slip. I think he's going to be all right. So at the moment, only a couple NHL games. This is a little bit unfortunate, but again, it's not out there. Again, if you don't live in a state where Circa is available to you, I know Irish does. Here's another idea that you might want to try. Okay, you see like no vig here. You see how this is +171. If I lived in a state where I could play the exchanges, you got a Profit X, you got a no vig, I would highly recommend creating a play on no vig at plus, I don't know, what's going to be EV here that's still worth it to me. Okay, maybe 199, right? Maybe set this up at +199 odds, which means you're offering the under at -199, and the offer that you're undering is the best under being offered here on the board. You're getting this play at +199, which is still almost a 3% EV edge, but you're getting a really solid play. So that's how I would go about this if I had this play. If I had access to the exchanges, I would just go ahead and create a bunch of plays where I could maybe your order doesn't get filled, but I think it's at least worth a try. Because if your order doesn't get filled, then you just get refunded your money. If you're on Fliff, Bucknell -2.5. Yeah, -115. Bet Online -101. Pinnacle. We take the average of these two. This Bucknell play, I can get down with that. Game starts in like 43 minutes. So I like that one. That'd be my only bet on Fliff right now that I'm excited about. So much going on tonight. Man, it's such a good time. For my Dabble users, for anyone that's rocking Dabble, we're going to look at some 3-pick entries. Again, if you don't want to play 3-pick entries, OddsJam's Optimizer, you can pick whatever you want. We have each of the odds implied, what each play is for you, what your payout's going to be right here. So it's just based on your payout, guys. That's how it works. So I like to play 3-pick entries with no insurance. A lot less variance that you're going to see compared to 5 picks. Minimum data points, how many data points that you want. This is just how many other sportsbook opinions you want to see out there. You want 4 other sportsbook opinions? Here we go. I can't even say this dude's name. Lavaria. Over 15 points. 15.5 on FanDuel, -158. 15.5 on Pinnacle, -149. We can get this at 15 at -122. This is smash play. Love this play right here. KCP under on his PRA. We're getting at 15. FanDuel's at 14.5, -128. Yeah, I like this. These first 2 plays here, I'm in on these. Definitely like those. And Reed Shepherd, I'm fine with Reed because it's at 9. So I definitely like this. First 3 plays here for Dabble, this would be what I would go after. Evening to you, Matt. What's going on, man? Shot down. Billy's a daddy. I have been called Zaddy before, though. I appreciate whoever said that. Art, I have before. I received that probably like last week. I had to update my Google Chrome. I use Google Chrome to share the links, so I had to update my Google Chrome when that happens. Will, that's kind of something we talk about in coaching, for sure. I'd be willing to say, I won't give you the exact parameters, but I'm always willing to bet more on main lines because there's more liquidity on the main books, so there's more confidence there. All right, so that's the Dabble place. That would be the 3 I'd go after. Let's look at pick 6 over at DraftKings. Nice to hear that. Turk, in terms of Coinbase, Turk's asking like how long Coinbase does. If you just set up your account with Coinbase, like let's say you create a brand new account with Coinbase and you made a deposit, they will hold your funds in BTC or whatever crypto that you purchase. They'll hold it for 7 days. That's for money laundering purposes. If you're like me though, and I've been using Coinbase for years, I can move funds freely whenever I want, anytime. But if you're just setting up a new account, you can't move the funds right away. That's not a Coinbase thing. That's a KYC, anti-money laundering regulation that you just can't. So I think it's 7 days. So you're just going to have to chill for a week until you can move the funds. So that's kind of how that goes. Mac, what's going on? All 3 picks bumped. Ramo, I apologize, man. We'll have to go back over there, man, to see if there's anything more with Dabble here in a second. But apologies, bro. That's just the way it is. You know how that is. This is another reason, guys, too, in the evenings at this time, there's a lot more people coming home from work, a lot more bros that are kind of getting on their phones, trying to slap some bets together. And so there we go. By the way, I'm not touching, like I said, I'll leave these out here for you guys if you want to mess around with like the NCAA pick 6 plays. You won't catch me betting anything on those. I messed around with them a little bit last year, lost my shirt on college player props, football and basketball. I don't do it. I had more success with football than basketball, but I really just don't do it. And now that Fliff is gone, I can't really touch it. But they are offering some different boosts for sure about that. 30% winnings boost. No thanks. I'm going to pass on that. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Trust me, you will be able to. On the day that they say you can move the funds, you can. But you just kind of have to chill for a little bit. What do we got over here? Eason. Again, there's no FanDuel, there's no Pinnacle. No offense to Caesars. I just don't really trust this line. Cooper, flag. No, I'm not going to mess with that. Cam Thomas, the over 29.5 PRA. I like that. I don't mind that with Cam. The thing is we're going to have to kind of then stay with this. So where's his PRA? Yeah, they already bumped the payout on this one too. Man, this is annoying sometimes. I like this because there's a lot of activity normally when it comes to this time of day, when it comes to betting on player props, but it just, things bump so quick. I also just don't like taking plays where like there's no pinnacle. So if you want to focus on a specific league, guys, on pick 6 or really any, like you can do this here. Jaime Jaquez. Oh yeah. See, that's kind of the other thing, right? I love how many people that we have on the streams. I love that everyone's engaged and chatting. Guys, don't be afraid to kind of share strategies, talk through your struggles or your successes with betting with others on here, because this is actually a group of people that kind of understand where you're coming from and what you're talking about. Davion Mitchell. I don't know if they're going to let me do. I don't like taking Davion and Jaime Jaquez on unders on the same side of a team. It's not my favorite thing to do. We could take these 10 cents, 8 cents off plays here. Cat under on his PRA. $39.5. Okay. Jalen Duren over rebounds. I don't mind that one. We're going for what? Over 10.5. All right, so I'm going to throw this slip up here. Pick 6. Let me share this with you guys. Okay. Don't know about you guys, but it's been a very hot start to the month for me, which is really, really nice. Let's go over the arbitrage tool. On this morning's stream, we hit up an arbitrage play live, which was great. Took a little time. It wasn't exactly the smoothest arb I've ever executed, but it worked out. So if you are looking, if you guys are on here, most of you probably have heard at exhaustion or nauseum how successful and crazy people can make money with arbitrage and live arbitrage betting. The problem is if most of you have tried this firsthand, it can be a little difficult because things move really fast. Low key, it feels like it's almost impossible and you think everyone's just making this up. And I can understand your frustration. One thing that I cannot stress to you enough is that now that college basketball is back, this would be my setup for live arbitrage betting. I'd go after main markets only. I would, really, you could just use OddsJam's recommended book weights when we're live arbing. And then I would set this up to like 4%, or we can clear this out, and I go to 4. Okay. I don't care about the minimum maximum odds. And honestly, I would pick 3, maybe 4 books. Now, out here where I live, Hard Rock in Arizona is just like, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. It's the best. So I'd go after like ESPN Bet, Hard Rock. Maybe I'd check out a Caesars, right? I'd keep this at 3 to 4. I really wouldn't go above 4. Really wouldn't. You could also do BetMGM if you wanted to as well, right? And I'm just going to go show results, okay? And then I'm going to come to live, and then I'm just going to hit the play button, okay? And then I'm just going to chill out. Now, the reason that we love college basketball is there are less options for you to choose from betting college basketball. It's not like the NBA where there's like a million markets that you can bet on. It's very simplified. So if you are going to try your hand at live arbitrage betting this fall, this winter, highly, highly, highly recommend that you go after this for college basketball. I think you will see more success than anywhere else in sports. This is going to be one of the best types of live arb strategies you can focus on. And if you wanted to take this a step further, what you could do is you could just say, you know what, Billy, this is how you take it even a step further. You whittle this down to just money line plays for college hoops, because money line plays is even easier, because now you don't have to click in to go to an alternate spread or alternate total. You're just literally day trading the money line play, which is right there. So this is the easiest setup right here, which is money line plays. Figure out what your ROI is worth it to you. For live, I'd say at least 3%, if not higher. And then just set this up. And then just chill out and wait for the plays to pop up. That would be my, if I was just getting started in a live arbing tonight and you're sitting down in front of your phone or your computer and you're getting ready to go after it, that would be my setup. Try money lines and just chill out for 10 minutes and see if anything pops up. And then if nothing pops up, try point spreads. Try total points. Use tonight as your litmus test. There's going to be college basketball games, a boatload of them from now until March. So use tonight as like your just, let's see what's going on out there type of thing. Okay? Don't so much focus on we have to lock in arbs tonight. Just use tonight as like, what's up, college hoops? Like, I heard it was good. What's going on? That's what I would do. Yeah, Anton, no doubt about that. Ken, what's going on, man? Appreciate that. Matt, appreciate it. DFS states, Fliff, rebet, props builder. Matt, I would say props builder is goated. Props builder is definitely goated as one of the best. And you can get it done too with Fliff, no doubt. We're going to refresh the hockey. Nothing much. Okay, let's go over to Sharp Money Tool. So, and then let me catch up on everybody else. NBA player props, Michael, it's a blend, which is kind of the next thing that we'll be talking about. Moving forward, guys, there will not be for me. This is going to be for all Platinum Plan users. There won't be just one specific book that I will devig to, as there is now going to be a custom EV formula where I can take a blend of multiple books and then find plays based off of that. So this takes, I will say, this takes a little bit of time to kind of load up, right? So let's look at maybe some college hoops, right? And I want to focus on mainline markets, okay? And the date ranges today. And I want to say, yo, here's what I want. And I can get rid of Bet Online right now. I don't mind Bet Online. They're okay for college hoops. But let's just say, hey, you know what? Let me just give 3s across the board to all these. So now I got 33% across the board. I scroll down here and I want 50%. That means if Pinnacle and Circa align, I see a play. If Pinnacle or Bookmaker align, I see a play. Or if Circa and Bookmaker align, I see a play. Let's select all the sports books, right? And I'm going to go minimum maximum odds, and I'm going to go minus 200, and I'm going to go to a plus 150, right? And we're going to use, maybe we use worst case. Okay, and that's it. Now, it takes a little time to load some opportunities. So I'm just going to let this thing do its thing while we come over to the Sharp Money tool and we hit this up. So let's clear this out. Let's go to all the books. Let's look for some NBA player props. We got college hoops on the other side, so let's look for some NBA player props right now, which I'm a big fan of. And Pinnacle's liquidity limit, let's have Pinnacle have at least $250. And I want to see at least $2,000 on the other side. At least $2,000. Show me what you got, little mama. So here's what we got. Right? And why I want this is you can see Pinnacle's got $500 for some of the games that are starting in an hour. So we talked about, now this is Keontae George, Jazz Celtics. Somebody has $4,300 and they're begging you to bet his over 28.5. Pinnacle is only taking a $500 limit. And math was never my strong suit. And that's why the good Lord created a calculator. So I could say, yo, $5,000 is out there. Or if you take this and this, okay, that means somebody wants this at minus 114 or minus 115. It's a 10x multiplier, right? 500 times 10 is 5,000. So this is a 10x multiplier. Maybe I want to go and put a 1.5 units on this play. Now I can grab this over here on Hard Rock. Now the interesting thing here is, guys, is Pinnacle doesn't see this as a sharp play. Neither really does FanDuel. This is one of those very interesting plays, in my opinion, where you can go grab this at a bet 105. You're almost betting into the sharp books here, right? I'll take this up to minus 115. Clearly, these guys want it. Now, if you want to go after this on Hard Rock, you can do so, right? But maybe I want to save my Hard Rock account because I don't want to get limited on betting props. Maybe I want to save my Hard Rock account for live betting. Again, all these things come into the equation, guys. When you work with me with coaching, we kind of go through step by step what sports books you want to use for what strategies. And then you tell me, all right, I appreciate that, Billy, but I want to do this strategy more than this strategy. So we build you kind of a roadmap by sports book, how we want to use certain sports books. Where can we be the most efficient with certain sports books so we can squeeze the most juice out of these cats, right? Because we're going to get limited. So let's try to make as much money as we can before that happens. And so that's what we want to do. So in this case, maybe I don't want to go after Hard Rock. But seeing that Pinnacle's here, man, if I could get this on a Bet Rivers, right? Or maybe a Bet 105. Now they're at minus 120. That's okay. But I can get this over here to another book. I like that play. Drew Holiday, same thing. These are all multipliers of Pinnacle when it comes to either. Now this is a bigger multiplier because there's only $250. But I'm looking for multipliers. I'm not looking to see, oh, Pinnacle's at $500 and the sharp money's at $600. I don't give a shit about that. What I want to see is big time multipliers. 5, 6, 7, 8x multipliers of Pinnacle's limit. That's what provides me confidence in plays. And what I would prefer to see is right here with Drew Holiday. One dude or girl has got all the money on this play. It's not chopped up 6 ways that combines to $4,600. There's $4,500 and one person has put up the entire liquidity. That's what I want to see. And so this is definitely a green flag for me. So we want to bet Holiday under 16.5 points. We can get this at DraftKings at minus 110. And this person wants Holiday at minus 110. Right now, we can obviously get this at a better odds at Hard Rock. But guess what? Like 90% of the bets out there, you can get a better odds at Hard Rock compared to anywhere else. But again, we could bet this at minus 110. And if you wanted to get this at Bookmaker or FanDuel at minus 115, we could do that as well. Caesars minus 114, right? Props Builder minus 114. So we could do this on DraftKings. I'm going to peep Onyx for a second to see if they're out there. They're not. I'm fine going over to Props Builder and betting this. The idea behind this strategy, guys, if you do believe that someone is a professional bettor that's putting this liquidity up, then you can bet this at a range. Okay. If you think this is some rich schmuck that's bored and likes to bet on the Trailblazers, then obviously don't. There's a fundamental belief that you are believing with this tool. And it's okay if you don't believe in that. It's totally fine if you're on the other side of it. Appreciate it, Irish. No doubt about that. Bomber's asking which books are usually behind the 8 ball with these lines. It's all the soft books. Canby, any Canby sports book, Bet Rivers, Bet 365, Bet MGM, Hard Rock, Sports Zeno, even DraftKings, Bet MGM. They're all behind. There's really only one book, in my opinion, that's a rec book that I think that's actually sharp. I'm going over Props Builder. Here we go, which is FanDuel. And it's okay, if you guys if you believe that Caesars is sharp on some NHL plays or this or that, but I'm talking pregame. I believe for pregame bets, FanDuel knows what they're doing. Everybody else doesn't really know. So I'm coming over here right now to PropSplitter. I can't share my screen of PropSplitter because it's a global online offshore sports book. YouTube's got a real don't do that. Don't share it. So I got in trouble in the past from last year, guys. That's why I had to take down all my streams from last year. That's why they're no longer available, is because there was a lot of offshore books that I was placing bets on. And YouTube was reminding me every day, don't post those. So no longer am I able to really share me showing the bet, but trust me, not taking this long to not bet. I'm definitely grabbing this under on Drew Holiday, Trailblazers and the Lakers. And I'm willing to grab this on PropSplitter. So let's see. And again, when it comes to these types of plays, guys, if you want to just bet one unit, right? You want to bet just to profit $100 like I am right now, you can do that, right? DraftKings is a good spot, though, to hit this up. I've had success with PropSplitter thus far, and when it comes to these types of plays, when we're talking about multipliers, I probably should be wagering a little bit more on this play, to be very honest with you guys. Let's refresh the page. Let's see what else we have going on. Norman Powell. Again, someone has $4,500 up. So when you see this, again, how you interpret it is this. Someone wants you to wager over 19.5 player points, and they're putting up $4,500. And so the common question is, Billy, why would we want to bet the opposite of this, right? We're going the opposite of the sharp books. But the sharp books are only accepting a $500 bet size, right? So think about it this way. One sports book's only accepting a $500 wager. On another sports book, some dude's putting up $4,500. Who do you think has more confidence in this bet? I'm willing to go with the guy or girl that has $4,500 on this play. So on Norman Powell, we want to bet the under 19.5 points. This person wants to bet this at minus 111 odds. Again, FanDuel's minus 114, Caesars minus 113, no VIGs at minus 140. I don't mind going after this on some of the sharper books. Even Bet 105's at minus 116. So I'm willing to probably just go play this over on FanDuel and say, I'm going to bet this under. White Top, what's going on, man? I know it's been a minute, man, but, I know that. Appreciate you tuning in, man. It's nice to see you back. Hope you're well. And for those of you that are just kind of coming back this year, hopefully you're doing really well. The idea here, guys, is I want to teach you guys how to fish for free. That's what these streams are meant to do. These streams are meant to show you not only how I use the tools, but how you can use the tools for yourself. But I am also expanding my menu of services, if you will, for those of you that, like with my coaching program. The coaching program is basically Disney Fast Pass, guys. It's your personal trainer at the gym. Plenty of people go to the gym, do it on your own, and you can get fit AF at the gym doing it that way by yourself. If you want to try to get there quicker, then you can hire a personal trainer and work with that person. Same thing that I offer with coaching, is I'm just trying to get you there a little bit quicker. This announcement that I'm going to be dropping later on this week is going to be, again, another different menu, another different option for you guys, because I'm trying to cater to all of you. Everyone's got different things going on with their life, different times. Some got families and kids. Some are in college. Some are like me, divorced, no kids, single, and living in Scottsdale, just running around like a coyote with his hair on fire. So everyone's in a different spot. So I want to try to provide some different options for you guys. We don't want to look at the Blazers game. We want to look at the Heat game, Billy. So that's where this all comes into. Now, I know this is a Norman Powell revenge game, right? So I know that as well, but I'm just looking at what the sharp books have this as, making sure I get the right play here. Under 19.5 points. This is at minus 112 on FanDuel. I'm in on this. Again, we want to flat bet this, something along these lines. I'm going to bet 125. This is just solely off of a sharp money play because someone put up a boatload of money on this. So we'll hit the plus sign here. And I think, guys, with this specific strategy, you can find yourself, there's a lot of longevity with this strategy that you can utilize. A lot. Meaning that you're going to be able to bet into the sharp books, bet into the FanDuels of the world if you truly believe that on the other side. Slam on Hard Rock, big screen. Appreciate that. All right, so we've had enough time for the college basketball plays. We'll come back to some more player props on the NBA, but for some college basketball, because games are starting here. Well, games have already kind of started. We got some other ones. Sports Zeno, guys, is an easy one to go after. But we got some Caesars bets, which I love to see. USC minus 24. You could see that bookmaker and Pinnacle. Again, guys, we're taking an average between the two books. This is a very EV play using the sharp money tool. Even bet online's at minus 115. Not as good, but I like this. So if I log into Caesars, again, I don't know if I have any money in here. I think I got some money. But you're going to find, guys, that different sports books are going to shine depending on the sports betting season, right? Caesars is like the only book that I live bet for Major League Baseball. I don't bet Caesars too often for football. I'll bet a little bit for NBA. College hoops, I bet more on Caesars. They just show more value. So different sports books are kind of like your kids. They all kind of shine in different areas, right? So I'm going to place this bet off to the side, and we're looking at USC. Minus 24. Tonight, they're kicking off their season. They're playing, let's see, where's the game at? I'm having a hard time finding this game right now. Let me type in Cal Poly. Unless they pulled it. Yeah, they don't. I'm having a hard time finding this play right now. Like a very hard time finding this USC play. Let me know if you guys can find it on Caesars, because I sure as hell am having a really difficult time. The other play that we saw that's being recommended to us would be Seattle going up against Denver. Looks like this play might have got bumped a little bit. Seattle minus 12, 3K on Pinnacle, minus 138 on Bookmaker. If we wanted to do a quick spot check, guys, to see like what's Bookmaker taking on this play, right? Because Pinnacle's taking $3,000. I always recommend, guys, if you can sign up with Bookmaker, you do not have to deposit onto this account, and you can find out what they're taking in terms of limits. Seattle and Denver. And we're looking at what? Seattle minus 12. Wow, Bookmaker's taking 13K. Yeah, we like this. Oh, grab this all day long. Again, the sports books that take more money, more liquidity on these plays, that's who we're interested in. Minus 12, here we go. Yeah, minus 110. Love that. I only have $100 in the account, so that's what we're going to bet. That kind of sucks. I got to maybe get some more money over here. There we go. So we grab Seattle, minus 12 over here, because at the moment, guys, Pinnacle's taking minus 125. And again, highly recommend you guys do this. I'm probably going to get in trouble on YouTube for showing you this, but I just want to help you guys out here. If you come over here and look at Seattle minus 12, Bookmaker has it at minus 134. They're taking $13,000 on this play, right? Pinnacle's only taking $3,000, and Bookmaker sees this as minus 138. I'm in on that all day long. All day long. This is an ARB to Bookmaker. ARB's the bookmaker. Alex talks about this all the time. Cross markets. Not talking about Cross, my man, who's an awesome streamer. I'm talking about a cross market right here all day long. Seattle minus 12. Those are the little things you want to look for. Tulane minus 6.5. Another play. This isn't quite an ARB, but again, I would have more confidence in the Seattle play compared to Tulane, but this is a very good play over on Caesars. So clearly, I need to get some money into Caesars because there's some really good college basketball plays out here. Again, guys, with this plus EV formula, it's being slowly rolled out and unveiled to all Platinum members. You will gain access to this. There is just basically the nonstop, this is in play mode, and then new plays pop up on the screen as you see it happen in front of you. You had to scroll, Ivan. Ian, appreciate that, Ian. Yeah, I figured I probably had to scroll. I don't mind going after the USC play. Looks like it's kind of diminished a little bit in returns, but still, I like that. So I cannot stress enough, guys, if you sign up with BetOnline, if you sign up with Bookmaker, you will be able to have the opportunity to see what the limits are for these books. And as we get closer to tip, it's a pretty clear indicator that we want to start leaning more heavily on bookmakers' odds because they're taking more money. They have much more confidence in their odds compared to Pinnacle. If I was a professional sports bettor looking to bet, I don't know, if I had a $5 million bankroll, I want to get and I have a model that spits out winners for college basketball. I want to go bet a bookmaker because I can get more money down. The sharps always try to get their money down on the books where there's the most liquidity. And if nothing else, guys, liquidity is just the confidence that the sports books have. All right, what else do we have? Profit X, $16. Just go bet this Brian play. First one there probably wins. I'm not even going to break that one down. We don't need to. Purdue, Fort Wayne, and Grand Canyon. Shout out to Grand Canyon out here. Great school. This is almost a low hold to bookmaker. And when we're looking at this play here, Pinnacle's taking $2,000. And this is just where, I like to just check this stuff. Check these plays. See what's what. We're looking at the under 156. This is on Kambi. Kambi guys, Bet Rivers, they offer a shitload of awesome college basketball value. You can have a great time betting over there. Looking at this under 156, bookmaker takes currently now just $1,200. So again, the last play that we bet on Seattle, that was a point spread play. This is total points. Typically, the books will take more money on point spreads compared to total points. And by the way, if you guys have found any of this insightful so far on the stream, definitely consider subscribing to the channel. It helps me out a lot. We're trying to get towards 10,000 subs. But there we go. All right, let's go back over the sharp money tool. For me, guys, this is how I prefer to player prop bet, right? I like to see, right, if I'm a professional bettor that got limited on my DraftKings and FanDuel and MGM accounts, but I live in a state where I have exchanges and I have an edge, or I have someone that has a model that's telling me to bet player props and to crush player props. Like, this is where I want to go. I want to see, dude, what's going on with this liquidity. We made a video that dropped on Friday on the Odds Jam channel that goes through the whole sharp money tool from soup to nuts. I would definitely advise checking it out. I'll throw it here in the chat for you guys because it just kind of breaks down what's what. So we talked about Holiday. We talked about Norman Powell. Giannis, under on his points. Still a pretty good multiplier to Pinnacle. Let's see. Let me go over here. Let's go over to Odds Jam. Odds Jam's YouTube channel. And let's take a look. All right, here is that right here. There we go. Giannis. So we could see that. Because if I come over here and look at Bookmaker and I say show me your player prop odds. And Bookmaker is a very sharp book. Really, really sharp when it comes to betting NBA player props. And I'm looking at this play and I'm trying to look at Giannis and I'm like, all right, I can bet his over or his under. It's being recommended that I bet his under. I can only bet $315 on my bookmaker account on Giannis. $315. Someone has $2,400 on this play. So bet 105 Bovada. I will go bet this over at bet 105. Love betting over at bet 105. It's a Pinnacle skin. They copy their odds. Again, guys, more books, more betting opportunities, more money that you can make. It's all about maximizing those dollars, and having a lot of sports books helps out. So, all right. So I'm coming over here. We're betting Giannis on his under on his points. This game starts in about less than an hour. Of course, I already clicked on the wrong one. And unless I'm late to the party, I can't be late to the party. It's not 5 o'clock yet. Yeah, if you guys are able to find this Pacers play, let me know. Let's take a look at the rest. We talked about Norman Powell. How about Sabonis? This is a little juicy for Sabonis to secure a double-double. Yeah, I love how Bet 105 is not showcasing this right now. Hilarious. They're not even showing the play right now, which is incredible. Where can I get this Giannis play at that's not bad? Where else can I bet this under at? DraftKings. No doubt about that. Fanatics, Onyx. All right, we'll go hit this up on Onyx. Again, guys, if I want to save my DraftKings account, I'm fine getting limited on Onyx first before anything else. The Sabonis play, yeah, I don't mind this. Sometimes these plays are just EV, though, to be fair. Like, you're not going to be able to get this play anywhere else other than Hard Rock. If you can bet this on Dabble, guys, bet this on Dabble. This is a smash on Dabble to add to your 3-pick slip. Sabonis to secure a double-double. Talking about Onyx for a while. Let's see if we got this. NBA, give me the Bucks game. Normally, I don't like to bet it this close to post. All right, we get this over here on Onyx. I locked that in right there, so we're okay. Just show, again, I like to be as transparent as I possibly can. So we bet Giannis under on his points. Recommended bet size was what, 375? I'm not maybe there yet, but we bet the under 31.5 at -115 odds. It's a DraftKings skin, so definitely check that out if you haven't already. And let's hit this up over here on Onyx. I like using Onyx a lot for pregame bets. I don't mess around with them too much when it comes to live. What else do we got here? Again, this game's starting soon. Isaiah Jackson. See, this is what I'm talking about here. This is a bit of a chop up. Everybody's got 400, 400, 1,300, 400, 400. I like seeing plays that are just one lump sum. Like this Sabonis play, boom, 2,600 all on it. So that's what I prefer. Maybe you call me a little picky, a little old-fashioned. Noah Clowney, Nets, T-Wolves. One person has $1,900. They want this at -119. Noah Clowney, the over 8.5 points on Ballybet and BetRivers. I like this. Okay, let's come back over here to this tool. This is the arbitrage tool. Nothing yet. We seen anything yet? Any college hoops plays? Maybe not for money lines just quite yet, but let's just go main markets. And let's just show all the AZ books that I have out here. What do we got? Okay, here we go. We got some stoppages. Highly would recommend, though, you guys take advantage when you're live arbing. Make sure to use the stoppage. It's just going to make things a little easier. Ballybet and ESPN, we got a 4.5% almost arb here on this total points. Okay. Now, one tip I'll give you guys with arbitrage betting, like I see this play, I'm not going to try to log in right now to secure this play. This play in my mind is gone. But what I am going to do is just start to log into the books right now and get things loaded up, right? But the idea here is that when you first come onto the arbitrage page and you see these plays, this play's been out here for a while. You have to imagine by the time that you get your computer loaded up, the game's going to resume again. But we can hit up some different books and just kind of chill and see what's going on. Obviously, some of my books that I love to arbitrage with, Fliff, FanDuel, Hard Rock, ESPN Bet, Props Builder. All of these sports books are going to tell you your max wager size. So you're going to be able to figure out one piece of the puzzle over there right now. Is this real? Southern Mississippi and Buffalo? This can't be real. Yeah, this isn't real. Again, the only thing I say is remove Onyx when it comes to live betting because they're just slow to react. DraftKings, high points. So these are some things that you guys can start to get into. Point spreads, money lines, total points. That's what you know that's going to be happening. And you can just wait for some plays to pop up. See which books are showcasing a lot of arbitrage opportunities and then go from it from there, right? I would even, dare I say, try your Fanatics account. You might be able to arb, get 20, 50 bucks down on some live arbs with Fanatics. It depends on the conference that you're betting on with college hoops, but you can get some money down over there. All right, let's come back over to the EV tool. And let's take a look and let's just kind of reset this whole EV formula together. I'll do this once more. Let's look at some NBA. We'll look at some NFL props. And the first thing that I'll just do is I'll just devig to Pinnacle right now. And we'll look for some NFL props for tonight's game. Because we do have an NFL game tonight, which is very exciting when we have so much else going on in basketball and even on hockey. Really just, guys, the customization over here with OddsJam is incredible. Highly recommend using my code Billy35. You're going to receive a 1-week free trial and then 35% off your first month after the 1-week trial ends. When it comes to using my code, guys, with OddsJam, I receive zero financial kickback. So the one thing that it does help me with is with just my job security with this company. So using it definitely helps me out a lot. And then we're using what? Pinnacle, close. Yep, boom. And we'll just show all the books right now. What do we have? Dak over on his passing attempts. Obviously, Sportzino is a joke of a sportsbook, guys. Bet Jacoby beef and brisket. You'll have a good time there. But Dak over on his passing attempts, 36.5. Pinnacle's taking $1,000. Bookmakers at minus 114. I like seeing this. Props Builder is at plus 100 odds. This is something that I like to see. So we're going to look at some passing attempts here. Dak, I already have the sportsbook pulled up. Let's get Dak. I'm going to go a little bit above and beyond this play. I'm going to go in for a 150 spot instead of 100. Props Builder, highly recommend that you guys check this out. It's a great book, and there's multiple global books that offer this. Bovada, BetOnline, BetDSI, XBet, MyBookie, BUSR. So many global books offer Props Builder that you have a lot of options there. Dak over on his passing completions, only $165 on no vig. Again, this looks really good to Pinnacle, really good to Bookmaker. I can get in on that. Zach, don't know that, my friend. Good question. Very good question. Yeah, White Top. It's a new feature that I have. It's kind of a sneak peek. I got access to it last week. They are slowly unveiling it. The company is to all Platinum members, so it's not live yet, but it should be happening by the end of this week that you will start to see access to it. So it's coming for you guys, but obviously they let me use it, get ahead of it because I had to test it, see how it worked, give it the old Billy C thumbs up, but that will be coming to all Platinum members. So be on the lookout for that. It'll be slowly being integrated there. The only thing I would say, guys, is it takes a little time to kind of load the plays up. Give it maybe like 2-3 minutes at tops, and then you'll be able to see some plays. Will, when do I look at line movement? I like to look at line movement quite a bit. I didn't on that Dak play there, but if I'm looking at, let's say, another props builder play, old Georgie boy, a little negative correlation if I go Dak over on his passing attempts, but George under on his catches. But here I'd say, okay, I like this. Still 10 cents off the circle, which is But I would come in here and I'd say, what's going on? Well, props builder's moving a lot, right? But Pinnacle just moved a ton. Pinnacle went from plus 106 to minus 104. Bookmaker moved a while back. FanDuel moved a little bit, but props builder's moving up, right? So who's the book that I should trust? And sometimes when I see mixed signals like this, sometimes I just won't touch the play. The under 56 points. Oh, that looked really good. It's now minus 145. That kind of stinks. Let's refresh this once more. Zonovan Knight on player receptions. Right, so if I come over here to Zonovan Knight, I just want to see movement from Pinnacle. Here, it's a little bit of movement, but not much. So, I'm not saying I don't have confidence in this play, because it's wildly off to Pinnacle and to FanDuel, but it's a good play, but I'm not maybe going to wager $160. When I'm betting player props, I will bet up to the recommended bet size, unless I see some type of market signal that really says like, yo, get after this play. Let's look at maybe somewhere else. Don't mind the Fanatics play. Receiving yards, Zonovan Knight. Okay, here's something that I would be a little bit more interested in on Pinnacle. You can see roughly 3 hours ago, they fell quite a bit. They were at minus 132. They're now at minus 152. That's a pretty decent movement in odds from a sports book. FanDuel, not much at all. And ESPN bet's kind of chilling. So I'm very interested in betting the over 9.5 on the receiving yards because this is very good. It's not quite an ARB to Pinnacle, but I do like that. Yeah, no problem, White Top. That's kind of the whole idea behind it, to get you guys excited. We're kind of getting down to too low of a percentage here. Even this plays a little low. But just wanted to showcase to you guys, it's going to be really, really cool. So kind of with this plus EV formula, guys, you can add in a bunch of books. It doesn't have to be the sharps. I don't know. Maybe you think that maybe you have an insight that Caesars and maybe ESPN bet has this really, really sharp edge for something, right? You can come over here and you can just get rid of all the other books. And you could say, get rid of Bookmaker and get rid of Pinnacle. And same with BetOnline. And then even Circa, right? And you can say, all right, this is what we want. But then you can really get into the weeds here. Maybe your boys are like, yo, this is like a minus 150. If I could even type, that would be helpful. Like maybe it's a minus 150 to like a plus 125. And then you can drill down into, you can select up to 10 leagues. But maybe this is just for NFL. And maybe it's just for one specific type of market. You can save your custom filters. You can save all of these guys and then receive notifications. So the customization here is really all at your fingertips. Very excited about this because it's going to be a lot of fun. So really cool. That was a very fast hour of sports betting, guys. We'll come back over here to look at a little bit more DFS for those of you that are looking for some more. I know that Ramo didn't get his dabble plays earlier because they bumped. Mikal Bridges, love this play. Mikal Bridges under 4.5 assists. Again, if this Jake Laveria plays out there, I would grab that. Nick Claxton under on his rebounds and assists under 10.5. Love that. Claxton under. Bridges under on assists. Take Jake over on his points. That would be a slip that I would cook up on dabble for sure. I know we're looking at 5 picks. If I change this to 3 picks, it's still really, really good. And maybe that one play bump, but we still got Jake out here. We still got Claxton. And then, yeah, Ben Shepherd. The under 7, not bad. It's not bad. And then we'll look over at PrizePicks just for once more to see what we have. Whew, I'm out of breath. I need an oxygen tank. But we'll be back on tomorrow morning, guys, at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, going through some more plays. We will be deep diving a lot of main markets bets tomorrow morning. A lot of NFL, NBA, college football, college basketball, NHL main markets. That'll be our main go-to. Morning streams are going to be much more main market focused, moneyline spreads, totals, while the evening streams at 6 p.m. Eastern will be more player prop focused. Again, questions, DM me, email me. I know what it's like when you first start sports betting. Don't feel like you're alone. You're out there. Don't feel like any question that you ask is dumb. Trust me, I've been there. We all been there. Just ask. Rather you ask than nothing else. But as always, to the OGs, DGens, and just the guys in here that are regular supporters, the regulars, if you will. Always appreciate you guys hanging out, your support. The Daniel Gafford play, I can get under that 5.5 rebounds. That's okay. By the way, still, I didn't forget, guys. I know we didn't showcase on the tool. I appreciate you guys commenting. Let me know how that ESPN Bet first quarter NBA player points is going thus far. Interested to hear from you guys because it's probably something I'm going to start betting into some parlays. I'm definitely going to look to do into that. Ramo, got you, man. Bump to 16. Then I would there's still some other options out there I would say that are definitely worth it, man. Definitely worth it with the tool. Okay. All right, guys. That's it. I'm out of breath. Got to get something to eat, but I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.